but it sees the heat of our bodies and the heat of our fear.
Whatever it is out there, it killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
It kills for pleasure.
He was skinned alive!
It hunts for sport.
It's killing us one at a time.
We're all gonna die.
But this time, it's picked the wrong man to hunt.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
20th Century Fox presents Arnold Schwarzenegger. Predator.
Good evening on this Godlike Sunday. It's great to see everybody here. It's been pretty quiet in the community this weekend, but there was a few things that I saw that really got my attention. If you have not caught that yet in our intro, we'll be talking more about that this evening and just what I've seen and heard, and also for what the artist posted. So to those who had mentioned that, man, is this actually really happening, or I'm gonna need to see a little bit more? Well, get ready, because this piece is actually happening. So I'm looking forward to discussing it a little bit this evening. Great to see everybody here. Mr. Matt Martin, great to see you, sir. How are you?
Great intro. Still, I mean, just the trailer still looks awesome today. I mean, it's like I want to go watch it again. So
I know
it's one of the classic. It's definitely held over through time, type thing. Like
Sure.
That. So
yeah, that was like 1987. So
87.
Just for people to still draw notion to that film is just mind blowing to me. It's just like, I mean, it's a classic like Star Wars or anything else. I think that it's really grown on its own. So it's really great to see it still going strong. So I'm already going to see that in the theater. Anyways. The Bearded Collector, it looks like you trimmed up a little bit, Noah. Great to see you. And how many more weeks are we away from you being the Papa?
Just a few days, so it's coming up real fast.
Oh my God. Okay, wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow, man, this is like, yeah, we're close. Like, we're super close. So,
yeah, it's getting real. Yeah.
Yep. Noah, the dad to be here very, very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just really happy for you and Emily. So I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
Of course, Mr. Kiefer, how are you, sir? I know you're in the wrong spot. I'm sorry. I'll get it fixed here shortly. It's great to see you, sir. How are you?
Comfortable. No, I was comfortable there.
Yeah, I know, but I'll get the degree if you're not. So it's great to see you.
I don't care what other people say.
Okay, got it. Yeah. It's great to see you, sir. How are you?
No, good. Always good to be here on a Sunday evening. It's kind of like a good way to start the week, I guess, or close out the week, whatever.
Yep.
Been a very kind of quiet weekend. I just washed the truck yesterday, and today I just sat on my butt, didn't do a damn thing, which I don't usually like to do. I like to be active and doing something, but I'm like, screw it. I'm caught up with everything. I'm gonna sit.
I build for YouTube on Sundays. That's part of my Sunday, and I build for the week. And I'm like, there isn't a whole lot this week to build off of. So I had to get very creative this weekend, and using video trickery and getting everything together. You're in for a treat this week. You'll be able to see this coming up. I thought it was pretty cool, but I guess we'll find out. When everybody sees this coming up, whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let me address the chat because everybody's just coming in. Posted at 3 o'clock this afternoon already. Night, how are you, man? Great to see you. Great to see you. My man Carl, great to see you, sir. How are you? And Terry, that you always have my back, man. Great to see you. Dinesh, how are you, sir? Great to see you. He's got a great collection, Alan. Really some amazing anime statues too. The Virgin Prime, great to see you, sir. And the artist himself has arrived. Battle Cat, love that dude, man. Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Statue Kingdom, great to see you, sir. Hello, Sinna, how are you? Mr. Kiefer, everybody doing double duties. Don C, great to see you. Everybody just coming in. So let me pull up this picture here real quick, because I did want to just mention a few things that I noticed, or whatever. But man, holy cow! So for those that were saying that this may not be legitimate, or hey, I would need to see more to believe it. Well, just so you're aware that this is really happening. So just let it. This is really happening. And I think someone had posted the artist. They reposted his work or whatever, and said it was like PCS's, I think, or something like that. But this is not PCS. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to be PCS. This will be a fan art piece or whatnot. And I was talking with an artist, the art direction for this on Saturday, Alan, and he wanted to mention that this is about 5% done, and it's just a rough sketch. Like I was like, wow, okay, this is looking incredible at just a very rough sketch, and it being just at 5%. But
Yep.
I said, well, I know what the community really wants. They want something to come through and be able to match the Predator line, right? Because anybody buying this, if you get it at 1/4, they'll probably be very disappointed. Very disappointed, because people are wanting this to match with their their Predator line, and I think they understand that, they know that, and they talked about different versions. So they talked about silicone skin, rooted hair, glass eyes, and then a polystone mudded up version, different things. So of course they struck my interest, Alan. So I was even more intrigued about how this was going to go down. But they are working on it right now, and I'm sure the artists will post updates and they'll give some information soon. This will be a fan art piece, but I mean, this is what the community wanted. Like, this is what they wanted. This is exactly the piece that everybody's been asking for, and it's great to see it come into a render now as it would come through. Okay, Mr. Kiefer, this is a 5% done sketch render. What do you think?
I guess I don't care about the community. I just want it.
I see.
At this point, it's every man for himself. Yeah, I definitely want this. If they make 2 versions, I'll probably get one of each.
Yeah.
I don't see any of the other company doing this. And like, if this is only 5%, a good 5% start, by the time they get to 80 or 90%, it's going to look pretty amazing.
Yeah, they had mentioned that the muscle definition isn't nowhere near what they want quite yet. They also said that the lighting, the shadowing, and the texturing, and the none of that is done. Like, none of that's finished. They haven't even started on that yet. This is just a very rough sketch, 5% completed project that they started on. But to see this come and into its shape, it's starting to look pretty awesome. I was talking with I think it was a Battle Cat, because he saw the post on Godlike, and he had mentioned that his physique looks more Terminator 1 or Terminator 1 rather than Predator. But I don't know if you guys agree with that or not. But
I don't think so. I think
okay.
It looks, because I watched Predator, like I think I said on the stream a couple of weeks ago. Watched it, with the youngest, and it looks. When I saw this, I was like, man, he looks just like near the end, with the mud and all that, and he's having kind of the final battle scene. I think this is dead on.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they haven't even put any emotion in his face yet or anything. I mean, this is just a rough outline.
Yeah, and they're pointing things out to me that I didn't really even like recognize, because when you look at this, definitely looks like Schwarzenegger to me when you're looking at
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they were telling me that, okay, so part of the lips are wrong, the eyebrows are wrong, this is wrong. We're going to be fixing this, and the the people that are working on this have mentioned before to me is that this does not launch until it's absolutely 100% perfect. So they want it to be the best it can possibly be, and they're going to be working real hard to get this, into collectors' hands and completed. But I really look forward to doing that. I really do. One thing that really bothers me sometimes is that when someone does, I don't want to mention any company, but when somebody does a, excuse me, when someone does a rooted hair glass eye silicone skin and it looks fantastic, but the hands are polystone, that really bothers me, because I'm like, man, you were right there. Like,
That kind of narrowed it down to a company.
hey, calm down. That really does bother me. I think we should, if we're gonna do that and go and finish that, we need to finish it. We need to finish that project, because at the end of the day, collectors spend a lot of money for these, and I know they want it to come through and just have that extra detail, because to me that matters. It really does. Noah, what do you think, man? Look, it's 5% done, so we're nowhere near being completed. But when I say we, I mean the people that are working on this. The digital artist posted it this week, and I thought it looked awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, man. So far, so good. It's looking great so far. Yeah, it's kind of like I agree with Knight. If they offer this in 1/3 or 1/4, I would maybe consider it. So I don't know if I'll ever go down the 1/3 Predator line, but I have a couple quarter scale Alien pieces, so maybe I could find a way to, make a quarter scale Schwarzenegger work. So yeah, it looks great. I mean, I'm excited to, see more updates on this project and see
Yep.
the potential that they bring this to, because it's looking awesome. Yeah,
It
it's
looks
going to sell
great.
really well.
I think it will too.
Yeah, like I said, I watched it a couple of weeks ago, and I think this is dead on, because he's more cut in the Predator, like cut up a little bit. Now in the first Terminator, he's more, bulky a little bit, and still, still cut, but just more mass to him, I would say.
Yeah, he's huge in the Terminator movie.
Yeah.
He's just massive in that movie, and yeah, I think this is looking really, really, really good. I even talked about, I said, well, one thing they really got to think about is not just size, but what type of mix of media this will have, along with the side pistol he had, and the knife he had, the grenades that were on him, just the full suit that he had on. I think that's important. And then the mud version, he was missing the pistol from, I believe it was the right side, on his leg. That he was when he was mudded up, he reached for it because he had no more weapons, and he chose to disguise himself and hide. And I think that's pretty important to have those type of details in it. I must have seen this movie like 100 times probably. So, I mean, I've seen it so many times. So I really know the character well. So I look forward to seeing what they do with this and seeing the outcome, because I know it'll be great. I just really want to see more, I guess. So we're looking forward to that group and seeing what they end up doing. See, so because likely they'll do 1/4. It might be limited. Just I don't know. That's possible. That's possible. I think that their goals are to pair this with the Predator line, and if you do that, 1/4 it wouldn't work. Right? It just would not work. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. So, but then you got PCS teasing Predator, so I don't know what they're going to do and what character or how they're going to do this. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it, seeing what they end up doing. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. I'll get one. I'll end up buying one if they end up making this. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next. I'm sure it'll be great. Great piece, great fan art piece. I think it'll be awesome. So I did want to say to everybody, happy Aliens weekend. It was Aliens Day yesterday, so it was great to see all the posting from everyone. I did see a lot come through, and I did see this from Iron Studios. So Iron Studios working on a new Alien piece. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. And my concern is to be a 1/10, and I can't do that. Yeah. So I would want to get something a little bit more. But it looks like the foot is standing on a xenomorph egg, Alan, and the face is coming out of it. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But I want to see more. I really do. Is it just me? Is it when it cuts out at the very end, the texturing is pretty light on his back? So what that tells me is it may be a 1/10 right there. It may be 1/10.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Probably so with Iron Studios. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be just with a really dynamic pose. But yeah, I mean, I'd hope they would do a quarter scale, but I don't know if they've got that license.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why Iron Studios goes that route, right? Because they may not have a license to do the 1/4 or 1/3, and I didn't know that was a thing until someone else had mentioned that. Well, I only have the 1/4 license. I can't do 1/3. Jay has the 1/3 license for Marvel and DC, so that's kind of where they're at with that. It's kind of how it's coming. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. Any Aliens piece, I'm more intrigued, so I want to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. I don't know about 1/10, but I guess we'll see. So, Emmanuel, I don't know, and it's. I wish I had more information, but I don't. I'm just going by what I'm seeing from the artists and what they mentioned, and but I know that it's really happening, and I know that they'll be working on it to get this completed. To have this character done, I think they're going to do very well because no one's done it, and I don't. Well, I take it back. Sideshow did a 1/4 version years and years and years and years ago, but I think this one's long overdue. I think it'll do really great for them. Cigar or no cigar, Matt? For Dutch.
I don't know. I don't think it really matters to me as far as that goes. I know they mentioned that they were probably going to do a mudded version and then like another, regular version. I think they're going to give us the best of both worlds. I think there.
Yeah, I would love to see a light up torch. I mean, I think that would be pretty damn epic, actually. Pretty epic to have that. Almost. Well, let's just think about this. If you have the mudded version of Dutch, that's an iconic scene from the movie. That when he's mudded up like that, that's what you would want to see. So, it's a brainer. That's kind of how I think that I would want it done. Alan, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd love to see the lit up torch. I'd love for a sound effect. I'd love for press a button and hear that scream.
Wow, that'd be even more amazing. So how awesome would it look to have so the mudded version I would imagine be polystone. It couldn't do silicone, so it'd be big polystone. Yeah. But what if they put glass eyes into the polystone? I think it would look fantastic. I think it would look good because if you recall in the movie when he's mudded up, when there's parts of the movie where it's real close to his eyes, where you can see that. I think that would be awesome. Do you agree, Matt?
Kid, I'm thinking now. Okay, mudded version, torch, glass eyes. I'm thinking have the torch have a light up feature, right? Now stay with me. You have the lights off in whatever room you have it in, but you have that, and then you can see somewhat of his body shimmering, like the mud shimmering, like shiny, kind of like shiny, and then you got the glass eyes, which you can see the shimmering of his eyes from the torch, and then the shimmering of the mud.
Yeah.
That'd be dead on. That'd be awesome right there. That would be awesome.
I mean, hand you a paycheck, Matt. Here, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Actually, that sounds great.
Imagine the Maju case, with respect, it would just look awesome with a light up feature with the torch.
Right.
The mud shimmering like it's wet, kind of like it's wet. Yeah, that would look real good.
That would look really good. He had a bow with arrows, explosive arrow. He had 2 spears, one that exploded on impact, and then he had one that was that had his knife at the end of it. Yep. So I would love to see those weapons with him in some way, shape, or form, on his back, or holding it or whatever. I think that'll be great. I don't think it has to have all of them, but I think some of them would look really nice.
Maybe just a spear, like the bow and arrow kind of cross. You can put it, you could take it on and off, right? But do it cross, and then the spear, the spear.
Yeah, I think that. How you doing, man? Great to see you, Coffin. Good to see you. But I think that would be great. I really do. To me, that's the most iconic pose. Noah, can you think of any other pose that would be better than that? I mean, I don't know.
I think that's the way to go with that. I think that's what everybody wants. So I think if they're going to do one, that'd be the one to go with. Yeah.
And I guess the question too, Noah, is let's just say that they do have that version of the mudded version and light up torch. He's screaming, looks great. What would you want for the clean version? Silicone, rooted hair, glass eyes. What pose would you want? I would have to say museum, Alan, Noah, Matt. What do you guys think? Some type of museum pose.
Just like holding a rifle or something like that. Yeah, just standing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He had a M16 with over grenade launcher. It was very weathered. I still remember his outfit. I think it would look perfect just like that with him just museum pose holding the rifle. I think that would be enough. Really do. Alan, I think I'd want both. What do you think? I think I'd want both.
That would be the problem. I would probably want both. They're going to be so different from each other.
Yeah.
Right. And does that mean you have to buy 2 Jumbo Hunters, one with that one with it? No. Just put it right in the middle.
Imagine this. Of course you can do the Jumbo Hunter or another 1/3 Predator. Mm-hmm. Imagine that deep tail bust, right? The deep tail bust, and then the 1/3 Dutch beside, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm kind of thinking, and if you got both of them, have the deep tail Predator bust in the middle, and then the 2 Dutches on the side, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You could do that. Make it kind of like a diorama kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. I do recall this Statue Kingdom. The Dutch version, the exclusive had the cigar. So if you have the exclusive, they have this one with a cigar and one without. So that's still really cool. But that was years ago. And
somebody was selling that in the group this weekend.
Oh, somebody.
Wow. Yeah, somebody. I can't recall, but I did see it and that's the first time I've seen it, type thing.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but there's something about like on the sideshow one, it has like some type of weird base. It was like kind of like a metal base into like foliage or something. It always reminded me of maybe sitting on the ship or something. I don't know, but it had a definitely unique base. I don't know if anybody recalls it. Emmanuel's getting both. I see you, man.
I like Rick's comment.
What about the Thor's? So Rick, how you doing, man? Great to see you. But it's just yeah. That'll probably that's one of the other iconic scenes from the movie. But someone did another fan art, I think, that had the Predator holding Dutch against the wall by the throat. He had him up against the wall.
Yeah, so I saw that.
I thought that looked good. Can you imagine if Prime One did that? Jesus. That would be amazing. I mean, I would have to buy it. I mean, I would definitely have to buy it. Yeah, well, that was right at the beginning of the film when he gets off the chopper or whatever. So that would actually be cool. But and you know, I was like, man, this sounds like it's gonna be a great project. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. They mentioned that, man, they wanted to do all the characters, like Dylan, like Pancho, like all the characters. So I was like, wow. Well, I mean, that sounds awesome. So I mean, good luck with it. I hope it works out for you guys. But I think Dutch is definitely the jewel. I mean, that's what everybody really, really wants. Looking forward to hearing more from them and how that's coming along. I'm sure the artists will post more coming up in the future, but I followed them because I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more of their stuff, whatever what they end up coming up with. But I looked at some of his other sculpts, Alan. He is an amazing likeness sculptor. Like, he does a great job with like likeness. So I guess they got the right guy working on this. So that was really cool. That was a good move by them, anyways.
Yeah.
Again, great product. So it is, like I said, it is Aliens weekend. So let me bring this up here real quick. I did see this. Oh my God, I want that. Oh, sorry. Let me see. Not that yet, but it'll blow your mind when I show you. Let me see here real quick. Oh, not that. Oh yeah. Let me get this up. And it looks like this is coming up for pre-order very soon. It'll probably be maybe even tonight. So they'll show a little bit more. And this is coming up for PO very, very soon here. This will be the next one.
Probably be Thursday.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Could be
Thursday. That seems to be their day, you know, type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
You know why they do that, right? Because everybody gets their paycheck on Friday. So they put this. No, I'm serious. Sideshow does. They always launch their new stuff on a Thursday. It's always on a Thursday. And there's a psychological reason that they do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty genius. I never really thought of it that way, I guess.
No, that's why they do it.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, actually.
They're not going to get me on day one.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about this piece that I really like it, but I don't really love it, if that makes sense.
Well, put it this way, Jimmy. Put it this way, and I think I'm in the same boat as you. If you had to pick one between this or Big Chap, which you go with?
Big Chap all day long.
Yeah, me too.
The Big Chap, they haven't done a new Big Chap.
Yeah.
So you're stuck with the one that's already out there, the 1/3. So you have to do a little legwork and try to find one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess what got me on this one is that crazy light up base.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And the light up in his head. The whole thing is, I don't know. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I really want to see what the exclusive is. I also want to really see some more, HD up close, pictures. But this is very, very big. There's no doubt about that. Very, very big. Is anybody planning on picking this one up?
I'm not going to be a day one on this one. I'm going to wait and see kind of thing. But definitely like it. I don't know if I love it yet, though.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see. I need to see what the dimensions are gonna be on this thing because Dog Alien looked really big, and then they showed this thing next to it. It's like just the diameter of that base is huge. So I need to make sure I can even fit this thing. But otherwise, yeah, I do want to see. I want to see the paint, a little bit better in photos because you've seen some that look black and then others that look like other rainbow colors and everything. So we'll see. But I'm interested. Depends on the price too.
Yeah, I mean, this is an XL piece. So, Matt, if you had to guess, what are you thinking on price?
I'm gonna go 29.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Alan, what do you think?
I think it's going to come in close to the same price as the dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking more like 24, 2,500 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that it's a great piece. You know, if you plan on, picking this one up, I think you're going to be real happy with it. I mean, it's got a super cool light-up feature, and I really love that.
Oh, that is cool.
It reminds me of the movie. I mean, it really
Yeah.
does. I think all the face huggers that are running across that's a really nice touch.
Mhm.
I think so. The base is enormous. I mean, it is huge on this piece. But so, Jimmy, if you love it, if you like those features, why are you not buying this? Um, Ellen, for me, it was just the way there's something about the pose and the paint job that I wasn't really fond of. Is that where you're at, or what do you think on those two things?
Honestly, the size doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It'll fit fine, in my space. Oh, that's so cool. Uh, the post doesn't bother me. It's a little, yeah, okay. It kind of looks like a striding
Right.
person in a suit, but that's exactly what it was.
You're right. It was.
It was a person. It was a person in a suit, just like
Sure.
Big Chap was in the first movie.
Sure.
Yeah, honestly, I'm okay with it. I just like it.
Okay. And are you okay with the paint job that they used?
Yeah.
It's got okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely want to see a little bit more about this piece. It goes into the both aliens here, but I think it's going to be great. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's going to be a great statue. They used some blues.
I'm not going to order it on day one.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't. It's not going to sell out that fast. And
Yeah.
I think Log was probably a more popular character than this.
Yes.
And you can still get that one. So I mean, they're not selling out that fast.
Right.
These pretty expensive. Not everyone has the real estate to to buy these big ass things.
Yeah.
And then there's the money part of it. So
Mhm.
I just love that base. It's so creepy looking with all those.
It is creepy looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this piece is really growing on me. I mean, it has more than when I first saw it. But it's really tough to beat that dog alien.
I would have to sell my Tusk alien to fit this one. But
right.
we're talking what, two years plus before we even see this. So I can enjoy the Tusk alien for a couple more years before I have to think about moving it.
Oh yeah.
One piece comes in and something's got to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with you on the pose though, Jimmy. It seems like he's like facing the wrong direction almost. It gives the whole statue a weird viewing angle, I think. The fact you have to turn it almost like completely around just to like see him straight on. You have to like have it backwards almost. That's my only issue with it.
It's got some like I think blues and reds in it too, Alan, if I'm not mistaken. Like oh my god, it looks beautiful. Sorry.
That's Big Chap.
The Big Chap, yeah. But I can tell you right now, Prime One is not going to slow down with this. They're going to continue to make more Alien and Predator statues, and that way that you have options for others. I'm going to pair one with look how big that hand is in his hand. This is not a small piece by any means whatsoever. It's very big, but I will need one to pair with the alien's bust. I will need one. I don't know what one I'll be getting quite yet. But wow, yeah, that
notice
it does look
back a couple seconds, but those pipes sticking out of his back,
right?
They have a translucent quality to them.
Really? Okay.
You can see light coming through a little bit. So I'm not sure what material they used, but man, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, it looks really good. And just to get this, this paint job. Look how big the base
Look at
is.
that base.
That's awesome.
Jesus, this base is huge.
Oh man, the more I see it, the more I like it.
Yeah. See, here's what bothers me, like that paint job. That doesn't bother me, but that looks great. Look how big this is. Holy cow, it's huge.
97 tall, 97 centimeters.
Alexa, what is 97 centimeters to inches?
97 centimeters is about 38.2 inches.
38.2.
Yeah, that's big.
So yeah, it's gonna be big. And just think about like the width on this piece too, or like how big it is. So Alan, you got a spot? So, move this.
I do. Yeah.
Push it over. Just push it over and tap it a little bit. And, hey, you're good to go, man. Good to go.
Fit. Cut the back of the wall out. Fit.
Yeah. Well, of course, you got to ask yourself, what would Alan do? Well, I've had to guess.
No, I'll sell a piece to make room for a piece. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
That's I was talking to I think it was Battlecat this weekend. I was talking about like I think he asked me where's Tactical going. I said it was going to go like right next to me, but eventually it'll be when I'm streaming right beside me. But I've got to make room for that. So I try to let the hobby fund itself a little bit. So I want to move pieces out, bring pieces in. That way I can just continue to get what I want, because I'm not going to buy all of these. I'm going to sell and trade or whatever I got to do. So that's the best way to do it, fund itself. Matt, you bought some statues this weekend too, because you got some sold.
I boxed up the Prime 1 half-scale bale, half-scale bale, boxed that up, sold that. Was able to sell it on eBay, and got pretty much what I was asking for it. So did good there. Then the 1/3 Bale Queen Studios, somebody hit me up and a fan of the show, and I was like, all right, yeah, boom, let's do it, type thing like that. So, but yeah, I called Jimmy when I was bought, and I was just, here in Florida, you already know, Alan, it's already 90 degrees. So I'm like getting boxes, out of the garage and, going back and forth. And Jimmy calls me and he's like, what are you doing? I said, man, I'm sweating like crazy. I'm like working today, trying to get this stuff boxed up, what I'm saying? But I'm glad I tackled that at the, first thing that morning type thing rather than, hey, let's wait around till the afternoon. Then I knew it was what, but it's like, how it is. You get that money in your PayPal or whatever. It motivates you to get up and get stuff out. So I got to go to the UPS store tomorrow. And drop off three big boxes. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Looks like a lot of people are selling statues this weekend, Noah. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Come on, Noah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's good to fund the hobby in itself, and that's the best way to do it. And I was, it's really tough when you get to a point to where you're, what, I've got every spot filled. I think I'm good. I'm done here. You enjoy it for a while. You watch the next Prime 1 event, and then you're like, oh shit, I need one of those. What am I going to move? What am I going to do? Whatever. And that's what I've been doing for the last. I don't think I'll fully reset again, though, Alan. Like I've done it twice, and I don't want to do that anymore. Like I think I'm good. I don't think I really need to be honest with you. The pieces that I've purchased and sold, they're better. So I'm really good to where I am. I have a really good notion on the direction I'm going to be going. So I think that's going to be great. But yeah, let me bring this up because I don't collect vehicles, Alan, but you know what? I may convert after seeing this, and I'll tell you why. Because This is a model that was bought up on Aliens Day that this gentleman's doing of. This is the Marine tank vehicle they used to get into the where the alien hive was.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for this because you're not ready to see what this thing can do. Hang on, watch this. Yeah, I saw this and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Take a look at this.
Please stop us.
Man.
Wow.
It's playing scenes from the movie in there.
Oh, cool.
That's crazy.
It's a custom?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah. And
Where
it's
can we
big.
buy it, Jimmy? Where can we buy it?
I'll put you in contact with the gentleman that posted this, whatever. If it's fan art, I'm just not aware of it. I saw him post it, and there's no link to purchase or anything like that. But when I saw this, I just knew that it would look really good in my collection. But wow, it's this is an incredible dial. It looks amazing.
That's neat.
It looks amazing. Wow.
That is.
This was like an Alan Kiefer piece. If I ever saw one.
It's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Very cool piece. When Freddie unboxed his Ecto on stream, I had no idea that they had that type of detail on them. I was just, my mind was blown on them and just how much detail goes into these. But they're amazing. They're awesome. And I never knew that. But look at how the tires have that armor on them, and then they flip up like that. That's super cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Super cool. But
I think,
I'll pick one.
would you say this is one of the most underrated sci-fi vehicles ever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely underrated because there's so many other ones that would come to mind when you think of sci-fi, like the Millennium Falcon and TIE fighters like that. But I've always loved this. I've always loved this because it's a big part of the movie. It's got two major scenes. One when they drop them, from the ship to get onto the planet, and then the other when they it's inside the actual one of their spacecrafts, but then they use it to get into the alien hive and then get the hell out of there. So
I like that spaceship. I love that spaceship too. Yeah,
me too. Me too. Why haven't they made that?
Oh God.
Why haven't they made that? Yeah. Not that I want to collect vehicles. Because I sure don't want to do that. But
speaking of vehicles, I was on the wait list for Jazz Inc. for the 95 Batmobile.
Oh, okay.
And it converted a couple of weeks ago, so it's a legit order for me now. So I think I'll be getting it. Like I think they said September, which is fine.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting that one.
Yep. Yeah. I figured that when it converted, has there been let me ask you this, Alan, has there been something that converted on your wait list that you said, you know what, I'm going to pass on that for right now?
No, not really.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think, I was like, out on his laptop, he's got a buy button.
Usually, if I get on the wait list for something, I mean, it means I really want it.
Sure.
So, when they give you that email, it says, hey, congratulations. You got 24 hours to decide if you want it or not. I'm like, yeah, I'll just press that button right now.
Yeah. I mean, the heck with waiting for it, whatever. But like right now, I have the Alita Angel, which I've got to make a decision in the next 2 days if I want that or not. Because if not, it's not going to happen. But I know I can sell it. I know I can do other things with it. But you've got this bill of for your Aliens bus. You got this bill for your Tactical Throne. You got this bill for that. You got this. I'm like, man. Well, there's got to be a stopping point in some way, shape, or form there of what I'm going to do. But it's just a lot of money all at once. So I got to be very cautious of what pieces I bring in. Yeah. But I can tell you right now, 100% Tactical Throne and the Big Chat bus are coming home. Both of those are definitely coming home. we've got it. We'll definitely figure that out, and then maybe Ripley. Just kidding. All right, just kidding. But those are definitely coming home for sure. But is there a piece that you passed on recently, Matt, that converted for you?
Passed on. The last piece I passed on that converted was that 1/4 Dark Knight, the Jim Lee one that we talked about the other night, I think. Because I started seeing pictures and I saw how small, and not in a bad way, but to me, the portraits and all just wasn't as detailed. So I was like, you know what? Nope, don't need it, type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes I go on those wait lists just to see, and if it does become available, I'm like, okay, you know what? I have the option now if it converts. If I really want it, I can get it. And of course, you got to make a decision pretty quick, but if it becomes available, then you can make that choice and see if you're going to end up picking that one up. So I am excited about this one. I think we talked about that on Friday, and it's going to be a great piece. I wasn't expecting it to look that way. I mean, but it's pretty cool. We talked about that on Friday, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a cool piece.
Yeah, it looks really cool. There's a few fan art pieces that look awesome too, but I love how I have the two characters like the werewolf. That look pretty sick actually. So props to Sideshow for continuing to make pieces at a very, very affordable price, especially for collectors that love the 1/4, because that's what I think they do really, really well. So 1/4 pieces. So I saw this today too, Noah, and I really want to get your opinion on it. This is an Attack on Titans piece I saw today, and I thought it was really cool. I think the company's called Hurt Studios, and I thought it looked awesome. The base is awesome. While she's coming out of it and like spin kicking on the character, that looks really cool. But there's something about these anime statues with all the resin pieces they use and how they make this come together. It just looks awesome. But notice there's blood on it, so there's blood on it. And now Prime One will do it for you too, but it's gonna be an extra charge. But so it looks really cool. This is gonna be a large piece too, so it's gonna be pretty massive. I haven't seen one anime piece that isn't big. So, but
I was just looking to see if the scale was in the picture, and down below it just says large statue.
Yeah, so I'm like, I believe you. I believe you.
That's a cool concept, though.
Yeah. So I mean, this is super cool. I think it would look really good with some of these other Attack on Titan pieces. But Alan, if you're going to buy an Attack on Titan piece, and you tell me what you think, but I'm going to wait to see what Prime One does before I pull a trigger on any Attack on Titans piece, because I know they're working on things, and I know they'll do it really, really well. Maybe not all the blood that's needed, but this is a very bloody, anime. They just not a whole lot of blood in the other one they did. So, anyways, it's a great piece. Let's see. Let's see. Matt was talking. Matt, a detail predator bus shifts his wings. Everybody getting their pieces in, and I know that detail predator is pretty awesome. That one has silicone skin on it. And Matt, you're getting that one too, right? You're getting that one too.
Yeah, I'm getting the bigger torso version. I actually messaged them yesterday, and he said, "Hey, ship it in May."
Okay.
So yeah.
Man, that's coming up pretty quick then. Man, that's like
with respect, yeah. So he said ship it in May. He said, "Yep, we're on track," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Battlecat if he'll do a live unboxing for us on that. That'd be great. I'm joking. He won't do that. But that'd be amazing if he did. Whatever. But
I do love, like, I'm seeing some of the display that people are doing with them.
Right.
Putting the foliage and all that around them. Yeah, that definitely looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alan would probably do the same thing if he had one. Let me just tell you, man. I got a sneak peek into some of Alan's collection this past week, and I mean, when this room tour happens, it's going to blow people away. Like it really is, because I was very excited to see that. I had to stop it. I was really busy at the time too, and I said, "Everybody, hey, listen, I'm only about 5 minutes here." So I just went through the pictures. But it was awesome, man. Thanks for sharing that, Alan. But I think people will be very surprised to see how amazing the time that you took to get all that together. It looks amazing. So we'll save it for the room tour, even though I was blown away. People need to see those things, but the room tour will be great for that. We'll save it for that.
Yeah, like we were talking about backstage, I was showing my wife the Maji case. I said, "Hey, go on Maji case." She was like, "Okay, so what are you thinking for your next cave and all this?" And I was like, "Well, I think I do what Jimmy did. There's a company called Maji Case and da da da." I was like, we were driving down the road to go out to dinner. And I was like, "Hey, just go on." Okay. She was like, "Oh, I like these." She was like, I said, "Yeah, it gives it that museum look with the lighting." I said, "You can choose your lighting." Was telling her you can do different options, and stuff like that. Because we went to see, it was on the way to see The Accountant Part 2. Good movie. Not as good as the first. Not as good as the first, though.
Okay.
Good movie, though. Definitely worth a watch. So, if you can get it streaming, even better. But definitely not as good as the first. But she was like, "Man, it looks like a like museum." I said, "Yeah, it gives it that museum look, just like Alan's. His are built in; they're not like Maji cases, but it just gives that built-in look, where it just looks like a museum, type thing."
Well, I mean, I was inspired by Alan, when I saw his collection to do a little bit more, like be a little bit better. Like, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. Like, what do I need to do? And I tried different things. I tried, making my own. I'm not nearly as handy as Noah is. So I bought tools and I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm buying Maji cases. So I reached out to Brian, and I cannot recommend them enough, as they were extremely patient. They worked with me. They figured sizes out. They were on top of it the whole time. Great bunch of guys, and Brian will be joining us next month from Maji Case, and I'll have him speak a little bit to like the history of the company, but also why he feels that these really bring out statues, when they're displayed properly. I really love mine, and it was probably the best investment I ever did in the hobby, because of how it really came together. But I can't deny there's definitely a learning curve of assembling these things. And I was sending the group pictures, Matt, before you got here. I was sending them pictures of me with all this stuff.
I said, "Hey, this is what Jimmy has." I said, I said, "Can we fly out Jimmy to help build?" She was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "Well, we'll fly out Jimmy, and y'all can just put them together on the weekend, plan and stuff like that." So
we'll knock it out in a day. Dude. Yeah, we'll knock it out in a day.
Here's what I'm thinking. No, we're not going to get into sizes and all this.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is have one dedicated to like Batman / comics. You know what I'm saying? Batman / could be, type. But then have another one dedicated to like Terminator, Predator, Alien, like sci-fi, like, stuff. And then I was seeing that he's got these just standalone ones that could do the bust. You could do the bust in like a standalone one, integrating that some, like, do it like how they connect like a L, but like where that gap is, have like a bust, there's all kinds of ideas, but breaking up the Batman from the sci-fi, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that,
Yeah, when I said his name was Nigel, he was the one that was helping Brian, one of the engineers, and he had the statues, and he was moving them in different areas and showing me, what if we built a case like this? Here's like 3 options. Here's whatever. He was showing me different things, and I was like, wow, that gives you more of a insight of what you may want before you order it. Because these things aren't $25, so they're very expensive. But again, it's probably the best thing I've ever bought them since I've been in the hobby.
Well, she said this, but just by going on their website and just seeing it, she said, number one, she looked at the price and she's like, no, price ain't bad. I said, yeah, each one's kind of custom made. You have a conference call and they send specs and all this stuff. And then she said, well, Matt, it maximizes your space too, because like right now, you know, I got a countertop and it can fit like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. But she said, you're taking the same space and you're going boom,
going
boom,
up.
boom, you know what I'm saying, type thing like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Alan has 9 or more than 9, but 9 slots behind him to set different statues in. And the way to do that, you go up, like you go up instead of expanding out. But I think Alan has enough room. That's, Alan, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a piece of furniture behind you. It's not really a.
Yeah, that's not built in. That's a freestanding piece of furniture.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's anchored to the wall, right? It's anchored to the wall?
No.
Oh, it's not.
No, it didn't need to be.
Wow.
I can't even guess how heavy it is.
Wow.
But you know, they had to assemble it in the house. But it's, you know, roughly about 14 and a half feet long and about 9 feet, a little over 9.5 feet tall, something like that.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's funny because Prime 1 Zod looks very tiny behind you, but that is a very large statue. So that kind of gives people an idea of just how.
And then you got the Alita bust. You got the Alita bust right there too. So
yeah. And then it's 3 hinged glass doors.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that room tour. So it's going to be awesome to kind of discuss those things and kind of go through that. But just seeing those all together is awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of that. But we're so like I said, I'm afraid to see Alan's room tour. I may never go back to my Meg. Yeah, that's so true. Well.
Come on, Battle Cat. I got a sneak peek of what you got.
Yeah, I know, man. He's not messing around.
Yeah, he's not messing around. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I think the man works for Cyberdyne, and I haven't confirmed that quite yet. But I mean, I think so. But he's got a very nice setup and very humble guy. Just the greatest dude you ever want to meet, man. Just super good dude. But he's got a very nice collection, and I'm looking forward to some of these pieces that he ends up getting in because he's trying to get it completed. Yeah, he's got a really great collection. Central Kingdom, do you know if Prime would announce an edition size for the regular edition of Morgan? All I see is the most. I have not seen that quite yet. I think it just says to be announced. I thought it said that.
Yeah, to be announced, which is what they normally do on the regular. It's to be announced.
Right. Statue Kingdom, if you end up getting that piece, let me know because that would be a great unboxing if you ever want one because I can't tell you how bad I want that. I just don't have a spot for it. Like there's nowhere it would go. But I love it. I love it. It's definitely the best vampire or Darkstalkers version of the character. It's called Darkstalkers in the United States, but in Japan where it's made, it's called Vampire Savior. Like the game is different names.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what it's called in Japan. It's called Vampire Savior. So, but yeah, great piece, and man, I hope you end up getting that piece and get the exclusive. Why not? It's going to be awesome. I mean, we're right at that 1 hour mark. I want to thank everybody for being here and spending time with us. I look forward to this weekend. Make sure you have a great week. It's going to be a great week. I just declare it. It's going to be great because last week was pretty rough. And I will see everybody this week on Godlike Statues. Until then, be Godlike, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oh, one more. What?
One more quick. This is the last time we'll see Noah, probably for maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah.
A couple weeks, maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
So
I'll catch up with you guys once I'm adjusted to things.
Yeah. Give definitely our best, and
absolutely.
We all hope everything is perfect.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, Noah, absolutely. We'll be here for you, man, and whatever you need from us, let us know. I know that you're about to be a papa, and your whole life is about to change here pretty quick. So, but whatever you need from us, let us know. We wish you well. I know you guys are going to do great. So you're going to be an amazing dad, like an amazing father.
Appreciate it.
So, y'all need some, let us know. But until then, stay godlike, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks, guys.